it's a really cool company, and there are composite corks that are just inexpensive, and these are specific. They're called Diatom, and they're all branded. That's a patent issue on all of them. So whether it's Krug or Diagonal or Vevka, and then they all say Diatom on them, and it's a process called a Diatom process, and it's a walking into NASA. We see what these people do, but they take cork dust. It's very green as well. They take cork particulate, either from bark that's harvested for punch corks, or they take the blanks essentially after their colleagues punch corks, and they take the excess, and they grind it, and they sort all that, and they get the sizing right, and everything. It's all sorted of sort. And then they have this critical point of CO2 where it's like 60 degrees Celsius and 40 bar pressure. There's a certain weird point where CO2 becomes a different element, and it's held in these chambers, huge chambers, for 3 hours at this point. And that's how you decaffeinate coffee. That's how the perfume business perfects componentry for perfumes. And it was developed by it was a guy who was decaffeinating coffee, essentially, and he applied it to the wine business. And so the cork particulate is perfected. So not only TCA gone 100%, but there's 150 other off things that are found in cork that are around for this process. Then the CO2 is dealt with, discharged, cleaned up, whatever. And then that dust is tested. It's all copacetic, and then it's bound these microspheres inside that expand. And so the density and porosity of the cork is also dictated. So the corks that we're using here are called D10, which is the equivalent of a screw cap, because I like locking things down. But they also have less permeable corks that they're applying to like rosés and kind of early things, D1, 3, 5, 10. And so most importantly for me, there's no TCA, obviously, as a given these days, for me. But then more importantly, in the discussion of these corks, is there's no variability. And that to me is the big thing for which I think the whole business should be ashamed. Knowing that there's 100% variability in a closure in 2012 is not possible. And so hopefully you'll be seeing more and more. I mean, they're building another $50 million plant. I mean, their sales are going through the roof. But we've been using them now since '07, and the whole family does. So not whole BC Diatom, Paulina. And hopefully we'll be seeing more and more. And it's a huge. And there's no. You can store the bottles upright. Because the porosity of the cork, these microspheres, and then we smell them and handle them. I mean, they're all identical, yet it's like 95% cork, so it's still a natural thing. And I think they've achieved a beautiful balance of kind of respecting history by using cork, and a closure that not one of our clients has even commented. And we're expecting a little bit of like, we're excited. So our first newsletter, we're like, oh, we're adopting this thing, we're really excited. You guys are stoked too, But no one has been like, oh, what's that all about? And in the reverse of that, actually, now when I pull old wines from BC or things from other people, it's like it's a punch cork. It kind of, it's a drag because we should be beyond that in this era of our
Right.
culture.
If you had any failures, you pick up a piece of metal or plastic in your pocket, two buttons, talk to them in your pocket, we're closing our wines with a piece of wood punched out of the bark of the tree.
Haphazardly.
Yeah.
I mean, seriously, it's taking a piece of gum and like wrapping it over the top of the bottle. I mean, it's not that much. The gum would be better, probably, but but really, but even smell these. I mean, I encourage you to smell. It smells just clean. You know what I mean? It's not, and also if you take normal corks, you feel like some are spongy, some are hard, some are this, and all the fissures and cracks. And we're spending about $1 a piece for our corks, hand sorted by nymphs in Portugal. I mean, we're like the best of the best, but we had not, some TCA, sure, but then there was a variability, and I think, and that's a great, for anyone who's in the business and you're like serving wine at a party or something, and you're opening a case of something at once. We've all done it, right? Yeah. And you know that some aren't bad enough to discard, but they're different. And so you're like, oh, make sure table 5 gets this one, and there's any more. No, I've done it. Because there's
mathematically certain that that's going to happen.
Yeah.
I mean,
they're all
what
just,
other industry in the modern world is light bulbs, 2 out of every 10 would be great.
Or 10 out of 10, or different.
Yeah.
I mean, think about it. They're not all hand blown.
Like, can you imagine anything more frustrating than trying to create a product which, by its very essence, is about transparency? And then shipping and handling and putting something that could be revealed.
Yeah, and that's the thing, it's like, you know, we all work so hard with the process, and then, you know, even bottling, wine temp, gassiness of the wine, headspace, label straightness, no wrinkles, no condensation on the glass, like vacuum being pulled, all the hygiene involved. It's like same. And then like the thing that actually touches the wine is like, you know, and 100% variability. And that's the thing. It's like it's not even 2% TCA, 3, 4, 5. I don't even care. It could be 10. That's more acceptable to me than 100 variability. Because what's that all about? Everyone's going to get a different experience. That sucks. Yeah. So anyway, I'm not sad about that. But just you know, we're really excited, as you can tell. And I'm sure we'll be seeing more and see them as the really beautiful thing that they are, and not any kind of compromise. Because I would pay more for them. I mean, they're less expensive than what we're doing, but I would pay more in a heartbeat. Don't tell them.